So this drama is about Snowbreak. Okay? So do you guys know what happened with Snowbreak? They are no longer offering English voice acting. So you know what this means? Some players are speculating that no English voice acting equals to the company is poor. The game is poor. The game is poor equals to going to EOS soon. The game is going to EOS soon equals to everybody is panicking. Equals to should you quit the game? Equals to should you move on to the next game, aka Tower of Fantasy 2. I get it. There's a lot of panic going on around. So let me reassure you guys that it doesn't always equal to all of this in a straight line, right? There's always going to be some other factor. But maybe they're just cutting costs, maybe they're just cutting costs. Like, I think people are being overly panicked. You get what I'm saying? No English VA. Nobody cares about English dub. Some people do, I'm not sure. I don't really care. I think I just play with whatever. That's the default. I think the default is the JP one, right? But yeah, let's see what people have to say. Because when I saw on Twitter, right? So this is what they officially released earlier today. They even released the chibi crying face. When they released the chibi crying face, you know it's about to be serious. Isorian's favorite game. So, hello adjutants. After extensive evaluation of voice over preferences and consideration of the optimal gaming experience, we will no longer provide English voiceover for the new content starting with version 1.4, which is the latest version. Wait, the next version, right? Coming tomorrow? Or was that 1.3? I have no idea. So other language voiceover will not be affected. I have no idea how many languages are there in the game. I believe there's a CN, there is a there's probably JP. If you select English voiceover in settings in version 1.4 or later, some game content will contain Japanese voiceover by default. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, and we welcome your feedback as we continue to strive to provide the best experience of Snowbreak Containment Zone. Very, very interesting. I can only guess this isn't a good sign for the game. Like I said on my video, I prefer Japanese voice over the original Chinese voice. It's my preference. I really like the English VAs. I'm okay with this. I always play JP voice option. Hope you change your mind. The English dub is actually decent, unlike the others. I never like playing EN if given the choice, but still, sad for the people who did like it. This sucks. It's official. This game is dying. Dying. Okay? It's actually official. Actually, the game is good, especially gameplay and modified weapon mechanics, but they shouldn't copy the gacha system of Genshin, because Genshin is a free world game and it can overcome the 50-50 system. This game is not. They shouldn't copy this and make a new one. Well, if they can't afford to pay the English VA and have to cut the mid, doesn't sound great. I don't know if dying is the right word, but this game is definitely not healthy. Ooh, not healthy. Ooh. What do you guys think? Is Snowbreak not healthy or healthy? Too much padding of content due to the lack of overall content. Co-op has little variety. Nothing is really difficult or challenging. The story has been subpar, so keeping people here for story is non-existent. Okay? So number 1, do not copy Genshin. Number 2, not healthy. Alright? So it's always going to be a problem. Snowbreak? It's not Snowbreak. So generally, lots of people seems to be pretty negative, right? I see some doom posting, but I still have some hope for this game. It's just too bad considering how well the ENVA did, especially with Fanny, since she doesn't sound so typical weeby tsundere, but since it's the big boy's decision, says Lave. This is not a good sign. It's not about preferences or optimization. It's a clear sign of the game dying. He can't even spell. It's pretty sad. I enjoyed the game, but I think I'm going to quit it before they announce the end of service. Wow. Yo, this guy is ahead of everyone. He's going to quit before they announce EOS. You're smart. Smart. Don't give the game a chance to EOS. Quit it before that. Alright, let's see what's the response. They're just looking for areas to X to keep it alive. It's sad. I enjoy the game loop in this one and the setting. I'm considering this. Might be less painful than seeing it all dwindling like this. Punishing Great Raven saw so much doom posting in the beginning. Yet, the game has established its niche and has become very stable. 300k last month is fine, considering their size. The danger zone starts from 90k or below. Wow. Wow. They don't advertise it at all? I feel like people are being super panicked over this thing. Everybody is being panicked. Everyone's panicking, guys. I'm quite saddened with this decision. I play Snowbreak with the English VAs, and I think they do a good job. But if this decision really helps to improve the quality of the game and enhance future content, then I'll believe in the stuff. Stay in good health, everyone. It means that the game doesn't make enough money and the EN voice over costs too much compared to the percentage of players using it. True. As long as what the games need this decision is to make the game still ongoing, I will accept this decision. Okay, I find this very disappointing. The fact that players would disregard the effort of English actors honestly surprises me, considering how many times I see people complaining about having to read lol. This just proves that the majority of the players don't care about game lore, which I do think is an issue. But yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, right, let's be honest, if the developers have decided that, you know, the English VA is, you know, they decided to cut cost to save, to not put the EN VA in the game, I think they just have the data, alright? Probably they know that not many players are using it. And if not many players are using it, why leave it in, right? So there's just you know, like there's just like the cost to what is that? The cost to net return ratio, I guess, or the cost to profit ratio in this case, right? If a lot of players still prefer to, probably it's like less than 10% or probably less than 5% people are actually using English voice acting. Sure, there are some people on Twitter, right, that probably use this, but I feel like most players don't. That's why. And I think the default is still JP, right? This desperately sucks. I was considering coming back to the game, but now this kills anyone or desire to come back near permanently. I did have fun in the run I had with it. I miss hearing new lines for my sweetheart life. Good luck to the game's longevity. I'm sad about this. So what do people on Reddit have to say? Return of investment? Yeah. It's probably not making enough money, so reducing their budget. Another amusing tidbit is that CSUN just gave players some compensation for losing ENVO by giving them a single normal banner pool. Wait, what? They gave players some compensation. Friendship ended with Snowbreak, now Mecha Break is my best friend. Okay, Mecha Break, we shall go. Basically, that's the other game that CSUN is making, right? The game hasn't been making much money, but I think the double whammy is, unfortunately, this isn't a very high profile EN cast. The sad reality is that the UK talent is far more starved for attention than US talent because the resumes tend to be much smaller overall. On the flip side, it's actually crazy how Genshin essentially become a feeder into other gachas for EN dubbing. I swear Risa May has like 10 different gacha roles now. Meanwhile, we don't know who 75% of the EN voice cast for Reverse 1999 is, and nobody cared who the VAs for Snowbreak were. Wow. Okay. Interesting. What do you guys think though? What do you guys think? Is it true that Snowbreak is dying because of this? I don't know, man. They literally just released the next version update. Like Girl Cafe Gun. To be fair, Girl Cafe Gun never had an English voice acting. As a Snowbreak fan, I think people are just doom posting. But we'll see. We'll see. If they really were, why would they develop another game with money they don't have? Probably investors and stuff, right? I have no idea. Whips keep saying that, but there's a lot more dub fans than people think, or it wouldn't get done ever to begin with, especially in retroactive cases like Arc Knights and PGR, and Nikkei going back to dub in last year's Christmas event. This just isn't a good sign for the state of the game at all. No way. No, it's Snowbreak, man. Snowbreak.